Yo, what's up? Thank you for tuning in to the Ill House Comedy Podcast. Really appreciate you taking some of your time out to listen to the stuff that I have to say, even though most of the time I don't make any sense. But hey, I still appreciate you. All right, so I seen something today on Twitter. It might not be new, especially when I went online, started looking into it a little bit. It seems like it's been out there a little while. But people are mixing milk and Coca-Cola together. And in my head, I'm just like, that's so disgusting. Now, I don't normally drink soda. Well, I was in Texas for a couple months, and I probably ate and drank the worst I have. But when I'm in Florida, like since I've been back, I'm not sure if I had one Coke or, one soda yet. The only time I drink soda normally is when I put alcohol in. And it's not even so much that it's bad for me. For some reason, I don't have cravings for certain stuff like ice cream, cookies, cake. Now, I like all that stuff, but it's never in my head. I never look at it and go, oh man, I really want that. Oh man. I will eat it and it tastes really good, but so when I hear Coke and milk mixed together, milk Coke, in my head I'm like, okay, you got milk, milk, you leave milk out for like 2 hours on your counter. What happens to that thing? It all curdles up, nasty ass milk. I drink milk. I just don't eat a lot of cereal. And, I don't really actually drink a lot of milk, but I mean, like, once again, I will drink it. I will have a bowl of cereal every blue moon. But you think about that curdled up milk mixing with that damn fizzled up, the acid and soda, what the hell happens in your stomach? That cannot be good. I would imagine you get a stomach ache after that, and if you don't get a stomach ache, your booty's going to be aching when you go in the bathroom like 2 hours later. Now, it made me go online and start looking. I found a YouTube guy, and he was mixing it up. He was doing it for the first time. It was super weird when they mixed it, man. The way it was like mixing together and stuff was separating. And, it started like fizzling up really bad. He had to put the cap back on it. And he let it sit for like an hour because he was scared to open the thing. And when he finally opened it, it like oozed out. It looked like molasses and stuff oozed out. And it like dried. It was super weird. He started drinking it though. And I couldn't get through the whole video because he kept seeming like he wanted to puke. But the weird thing was, he also said it didn't taste bad. So I wasn't sure why he wanted to puke. I think it goes back to what I was saying with the milk and the acid and the Coke mixed together. From what I've seen online, a lot of people love this. People do it with half and half. I'm not going to try this because it's just not my thing. If anybody does, I'm sure there's like tons of you right now going, duh, we've been doing this forever. Like I said, I don't drink a lot of soda. I don't drink that much milk. I'm not going to try it. If you do try it, hit me up, tweet at me, let me know how it turns out. All right, so a lot of people lately has been like, hey man, I got to get offline. I got to get off Twitter. It's taking over my life. I'm on it too much. I need a break. Hey, I'm on Twitter all the time. Like, the people that say that you should get offline, it's bad for you. Well, what do you do when you get offline? Do you go watch some TV? Or you watch movies, Netflix? You're pretty much doing the same thing like of me on Twitter. It's just what I like to do. And I think a lot of the people that say you shouldn't be online all the time, eventually you're all going to die. And then the young people, it's just going to be normal. Being online all day long is just going to be normal. Just like when I was a kid, we used to go out and play all day long. That's all we wanted to do is ride our bikes, hang out with our friends, play freeze tag, curveball. Man, we used to play stickball. We used to play. That's what we did. Nowadays, the kids are online. It's what happens. It's called life. Life changes and you got to adapt. I'm adapted. I might be 42, but I act like I'm in my 20s. So you can keep being old and getting offline. Me, I'm going to keep doing my thing. Even though today I was like, man, I got to get some stuff done. I keep getting on Twitter because I'm addicted to it. I'm like a crackhead. I know I am, and I don't really care, and I'm not going to rehab. But what I did do is I turned my push notifications off. This way, if I don't see someone, commented or liked my thing, then I won't go back on there. And if I do go on there just to make a comment and go back off, I won't even look at my notifications. And then later on tonight, I'll turn them back on. And a lot of people say, too, that social media is the reason why a lot of people cheat. Now, I 100% agree with that. Trust me on this one. I know that's why people are cheating a lot. But here's the thing, though. Like, you think back in the day before social media and stuff like that. Let's take a girl. She goes out. Like, how many people are actually hitting on her? Now, there's probably a lot of people staring at her, stuff like that. But actually hitting on her, like the balls, a lot of guys don't have the balls to go up to a girl in real life and try to hit on them, try to talk to them, ask them something. They don't. I mean, I actually got those balls. I did it today. I went up to a girl. I was at the gym. I was like, because like she smiled at me a few times. So I went up to her. I was like, hey, you got a boyfriend or what? She's like, oh yeah, I'm actually married. I walked away. She was smiling at me a few times, so I don't know if she still want to do something. But I went up to her. Most people don't want to do that. Most people online, though, they get those online balls. They got that I'm going to slide in your DM balls. That's what guys do. And that's why girls are cheating, because they are getting it thrown at them so much. Back in the day, they only had like maybe 1 or 2 guys throughout the day that they seen. If they didn't go out that much, who's hitting on them? Nobody. Now they got so much opportunity. Now, us guys back in the day, we had more opportunity because we were the ones kind of chasing after you in real life. I definitely think that, you know how back in the day, I don't know if all that stuff was real or not. I don't want to get into that, but the Bible says back in the day when God flooded the earth and just killed everybody, it's because they were wilding out. Everybody was just going crazy. Everybody was having sex with everybody, and God was like, whoa, I got to clean this slate. Well, that's basically in the next 10 years what everybody's going to be doing now. So, you just get with the time. If you don't want your girl or your guy to cheat on you, you better find like a 67-year-old. They're even cheating. Look at Robert Kraft going in there getting HJs, and he's got a hot young wife, but that's what people do nowadays. Good luck if you're looking for a damn relationship that is going to make it. Definitely don't get married. Marriage is going to go away real soon. Kylie Jenner accused Travis Scott of cheating on her, and it's like, duh, did you not see that coming? What famous guy really is not cheating? You say, well, there's lots not cheating. You don't see them all in the news. Nah, they probably just not getting caught. Some people are not as sloppy as other people. If normal people are getting people sliding in your DMs, throwing it at you, imagine what famous people are getting. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, if you're famous and, let's say your husband's famous and you don't want him to cheat on you, you can't have a job, and what you got to do is, whatever his job is, whenever he's traveling, you have to travel with him everywhere. And guess what? If you guys don't get along that good, still not going to work, because you're going to start driving him nuts, and he's going to end up just divorcing you anyways. All right, so I think there's 2 types of cheaters in the world. All right, there's one person that cheats because they're just completely unhappy in a relationship. They're disconnected. They don't want nothing to do with the other person. They probably wasn't getting the sex that they wanted. They weren't getting attention. They weren't getting affection. They weren't appreciated. So they end up cheating. Then you have the person that's getting all that, getting everything handed to you, and they go out and cheat just because they're that damn horny. And you can't get really mad at either person. It's just who they are. Yeah, it's wrong. You shouldn't do it. And cheating is horrible, especially if you're treating somebody really good and they cheat on you. But it's just life. You just got to find the right person. There's people out there that don't cheat. There's people out there, and I would tell you this too. There's people out there that won't cheat, but that don't mean they don't want to. That don't mean they're not looking at other girls or guys and like, dang, I want to bang them. They still want to bang other people. It's just when they're happy and they don't want to lose something, they'll fight through that, and they'll stick with it. Eventually you'll find somebody you get what you want out of them. All right, so check this out. Everybody's been tripping about Luke Perry having a stroke. You remember him from 90210? I think his name was Dylan. Now, don't quote me on that one. But like everyone's flipping out. They're like, oh, I can't believe he had a stroke. Hey, isn't that dude really old? I haven't looked it up. I probably should have looked it up for this, but he's got not old. I'm 42. I don't feel old, but he's up there. Not to mention, didn't he used to do a lot of drugs? I think allegedly, maybe he's still doing drugs. Why is everybody surprised he had a stroke? Why is it like that big of a deal? Have you seen people in their 20s nowadays are having strokes, heart attacks? That's surprising. Not Luke Perry having a stroke. What if the energy drinks are what's doing it to the younger people? That's what I think is really going on. You got people drinking all these damn Red Bulls, Monsters, and there's people having strokes and they're like 28. There's actually people, I know friends of friends that have died from heart attacks in their early 30s, maybe late 20s. And I'm telling you, it's the energy drinks, it's the boner pills that you can get from the gas stations when you don't even need the boner pills. You get a perfectly good boner, but in your head you're like, man, I get a good boner, but Hey, if I get these dick pills, man, I'm going to be dropping the hammer on them. It's kind of like, someone that's good at baseball and they can hit a whole bunch of home runs, but man, I get a little bit of the steroids in me, I'll be blasting that ball. Nah, man, just leave the dick pills alone till you're like, you can't get a hard on anymore. That's what they there for. You're just messing up your heart. All this stuff is completely messing up your heart. You need to leave all that stuff alone. All right, so I'm recently single, okay? And I finally just signed up for some of the dating apps. Believe it or not, I know a lot of you going to be like, lying motherfucker. I have never signed up for a dating app before. Never, not even to kind of, just to see what it's all about. Just never did it. And I finally did, and I noticed that there's different ones, and you got to know which one you're on, what it's about. There's ones that are actually for dating and relationships. Then there's other ones that are just for hookups. Tinder. Now, girls, if you don't realize this by now that Tinder is a hookup site, stop putting your damn kids on your main picture on Tinder. I mean, I understand Tinder's for hooking up, and sometimes when you hook up you have kids, but save that picture for Bumble. That's more of a dating site. You like, don't get me wrong, I'm still like, if you're hot and you got a kid in your picture, I'm still gonna swipe right, but it's just like, come on, have a little bit. I feel bad for your kid. Why's your kid's gonna grow up one day and probably find that picture and be like, Mom, what the hell did you have me on Tinder for, you old dirty ass whore? I don't know. It confuses me. Also, the girls that put like all their friends in their pictures. There's like 4 girls in every single picture, and some of them don't even tell you which one they are. So now you're looking at all the girls going, well, she's super hot, and she's pretty hot, and this one's not too bad, and this one, I probably wouldn't swipe right if it's her, but I don't know which one it is, so now I got to take the chance it's one of the hotter ones, so I swipe right anyways, because, I mean, you got like a 1 in 4 chance it's going to be her. And then a lot of girls are putting like dudes in their pictures too. And it could be your friend, it could be your brother, but is it your boyfriend? Are you looking for a threesome? Because there's an app for that too, and I'm confused right now. I actually do swipe left on those because I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm trying to get cucked or something. So I actually leave those alone. Man, you say the word cuck, everyone starts cheering, man. Y'all some freaks out there. All right, you girls, stop using Snapchat filters for all your pictures. You want to do 1 or 2 pictures, that's cool, it's cute. But you gotta show me what you look like in real life. You can't have all Snapchat filters because Snapchat makes everybody look really good and cute. And it's false advertisement. And some of those too, like if you got all Snapchat filters, I'm swiping left because there's a reason that you don't have one regular picture in there. You also have to have at least 1 body shot. I'm not saying you have to be naked or anything. Just you got to have a full body shot so we know what we're getting into. I know what you're thinking. Oh, that's all you're worried about is what a girl looks like. Yeah, that's what that's what the main first thing you're attracted to a person is what they look like. So how about you show us what you look like? Don't just have like 2 pictures of your face and be like, okay, you want to date? No, I don't know what's going on there. I got things I like and things I don't like, and I think you're trying to hide something on me. You trying to catfish me right now? Another thing, if you go back and forth between the different sites, now a lot of them are the same. You swipe right for yes, swipe left for no, but some of them are a little different. Some of them you swipe up, it does something. Some of them you swipe down. And if you start bouncing back and forth to different sites, next thing you know, you're swiping the wrong way. You're swiping yes when you really wanted to swipe no, and as soon as it happens, you're like, oh, wait, no, damn. And sure enough, every damn time I do that, I got the girl up in my message box like, hey, how you doing? I see you swiped on me. And I'm like, what do? Do I tell her the truth and be like, my bad, I didn't mean to swipe on you? I mean, that's super rude, so usually I just don't respond, and hopefully I don't see that person walking around town. And I noticed in my town too, man, the girls on them dating sites, there's a lot of left swiping going on. But then I went to downtown St. Pete the other day. Haven't been out there in a while. Shout out downtown St. Pete. Probably one of the greatest party places around here. I want to probably move there eventually. But I was hanging out at a bar with a friend. We're just chilling.